Hi there, Steelboy925 here with episode 2 of my new Minecraft tutorial series. The sun just came up, so I'm going to exit my little shelter here in a little bit and go exploring again. Now, before I do that, my inventory here is filling up pretty fast, so I want to put some of it away in a chest. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to open up my crafting table again. I'm going to take some of my planks and place them around in a ring like this to make a chest. So let me actually make 2 of those. Again, you place your planks around in a little ring. Grab another chest here, put them on my hotbar, and I'm going to set them down right here. So I'm just going to right click to place those. If you place them right next to each other, it'll make a double chest, so that'll have twice the amount of storage. And I'm just going to put some of the blocks that I don't need right now in here. So all of this stuff, I'm just going to set it in here. I'm going to keep some of these, some of this cobblestone with me. And I'm also going to hold on to that wood and this food here. So let's go out on a little adventure, and there's a couple things that we want to do on day 2. We want to start farming some crops because you're going to need those to eat, and you're also going to need them to breed some animals so you can get some protein in your diet. I'm just walking over to a little lake that I saw over here, and I'm punching this grass because I'm looking for that. I'm looking for seeds. So whenever you punch grass, there's a chance that it's going to drop some seeds. Got a couple already. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this little area around this lake so we can do some farming here. So let me just go around, punch this grass, collect the seeds. Found some flowers. And let me make a crafting table to set down in this area over here. Let me get a couple more here. And let's make a crafting table. So again, you take your planks, put 4 like that to make a crafting table. And let's set this down here. Right click, and I'm going to need some more sticks. So again, 2 planks make sticks. I'm going to make a handle like I did before, and now I'm going to place 2 cobblestone like that to make a hoe. And this is what you use to create farmland. So I can till this soil here, or I can till this grass here to make farmland. The problem is that farmland needs to be hydrated. So if I do this out here with no water supply, it's eventually going to turn back into dirt. So what I want to do is come over to where I see some water, and I'm going to till this grass here to make farmland, and the water will start to hydrate the soil. So you see this one's actually too far away. The water will hydrate up to 4 blocks away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see these that are turning that darker brown color, those are hydrated now. And if you do it out here, they're eventually going to turn into dirt. And eventually we'll see that over here too. So let me go ahead and till this soil, and then to plant your crops, I'm going to take these seeds here that I just grabbed, and I'm going to right click on the farmland to plant them. There you go. I just started planting some seeds. Eventually these will grow, and I'll be able to harvest them to have some wheat. So I just planted those there. We'll come back and check on them in a bit. The other thing on my to-do list is I need a little bit more wood, so I'm going to go down there to those spruce trees, collect a little bit more wood, and then I'll get back to you. So I'm finishing up chopping down some trees over here. I got myself quite a bit more wood. I wanted to show you that whenever you chop down the logs from a tree, the leaves will start to decay, and they're going to drop either sticks or saplings. So obviously the sticks we can use for crafting tools and stuff. These saplings here you can use to plant more trees. So I can grab one of these on any grass block. I can just right click, place this sapling, and that'll grow up into another tree. So these trees are actually a renewable resource. You just take the saplings, replant them. One of the other things I wanted to get today was some iron, and I saw it down here in this cave here that, oh, didn't mean to fall, but there's some iron in up against the wall of this cave here, and that's what I want. So I'm going to work my way down there. Now one thing is that this pick is about to break. Again, tools don't last forever. If you press actually F3 and H at the same time, you see it'll turn on advanced tooltips. So whenever I hover over one of these tools now, it'll show me the durability. So I got 10 hits left out of 131 on this stone pickaxe here. So I'm gonna work my way down there, but since the tool is gonna break, I'm gonna make an extra one. So let me just head back out here. Head up to the top where I got a little bit of room. Let me make a little bit more planks. Make another crafting table. And I'm going to make myself another pickaxe. So again, 2 sticks for the handle. 3 blocks across the top like that. Now I got a second pickaxe for when the first one breaks. So let me head down here. I'm gonna start digging out some of these blocks here so I can work my way down without getting hurt. And I'm gonna collect these iron blocks. So these look a little bit similar to the coal blocks, but there's a difference in that whenever you break the coal blocks, you're gonna get a piece of coal, and the iron, whenever you break an iron block, you get this iron ore here. So let me grab my other pickaxe and grab this last piece here. Alright, and let me head back up. So I'm just going to grab some of the cobblestone blocks that I have here, and I'm going to start jump stacking here. So I'm going to jump and then place a block right under my feet so I can work my way back out. Alright, so I'm back on the surface here, and let's head back over to our shelter that we made. So let me get over here. Looks like we got a little bit of daylight still. So I'm going over here to get back to my furnace. I'm going to take out my chicken. I'm going to place these iron ore in here, and I'll use I'm going to need some coal to cook those. So let me grab a little bit of coal. Put those in there, and that's going to cook our iron ore. So you can do this with iron and also with gold. Gold looks similar to this. You smelt it in the same way to get gold, pieces of gold. So here's an iron ingot. I'm going to need one more. So I'm going to just wait a couple more seconds for this one. There's my second one. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these to make a shear. So you place 2 iron ingots diagonally like this in a crafting area. So you can do it here, you can do it on your crafting table too. And that'll make shears. And I'm going to use the shears to grab some wool. So let's go look for some of the sheep that we saw up here earlier. There's some sheep down there, and they're actually in the direction of our crops, so we can check on that as well. Alright, so these are starting to grow up. Those got a little bit more to go. You can see this one right here is done, so I'm going to left click on that to break it, and it'll drop both some seeds and a piece of wheat. So I got myself my first piece of wheat there. I'm going to need a couple more. So let me replant these seeds, and eventually we'll come back and harvest all this up. Now the sheep, I'm going to go over here and we're going to shear some wool off of this sheep. So you just walk up to it with your shears, right click, and that'll give you some wool. So I got 3 pieces right there, and that's actually all I needed. So I was going to look for another one, but that'll work. So before it gets dark here, which is going to happen pretty soon, we want to set our spawn point so that if we die, we don't spawn way down there where we the world spawn point is. We want to spawn here where all our stuff is. So I'm going to make my way back over to the shelter. Here it is. I'm going to open up the crafting table again. I'm going to take my planks, place 3 across the bottom, and then I'm going to take the wool I just created, or that I just collected, place those right above it, and that'll make a bed. So these wool, you have to have 3 pieces that are the same color. Depending on the color of the sheep, that's what color wool you're going to get. And you have to place 3 across like that, and it'll make the color bed that corresponds to whatever wool you use. So if you use blue wool here, you'll get a bed with a blue blanket on it. So let me grab my bed. I'm going to set this down. It looks like I'm going to need a little bit more room. So I'm going to make my little shelter here a little bit bigger, and then we'll get back. I extended my shelter here just by a couple blocks to make room for my bed. So I'm going to take this, right click to place it down, and I got a bed in the corner there. Now what I can use the bed for is to not only sleep through the night, but it also sets your spawn point. So whenever I die, like I said, instead of spawning down at the end over there where the world spawn is, I'm going to spawn right here, right next to my bed. And now that the sun is going down, I can actually sleep. So now before I do that, let me place another torch in here because I don't want it to be dark. I don't want mobs to start spawning. Let me also make a door. So I'm going to use my planks again. Place 6 planks horizontal or vertically like this. That'll give you 3 doors. And I'm going to put this on my entrance here so that I can actually have a little door to my shelter. Let me place 1 more block on top so we don't get any mobs falling in through here. Right, I'm going to block this off. And now I got a door that I can right click on. So I can right click to open, come outside, and I can right click again to close it. And now that it's dark outside, I can sleep on my bed. So I'm going to right click here. You see you laid down in the bed, and now I'm sleeping. So it takes just a couple of seconds. And now I'm awake, and it's daytime again. So we'll go outside, and you see that it's day. So I'm going to walk back over to our crops over there. Actually, I'm going to wait a couple minutes. I'm going to let them grow. Then I'm going to walk back over there and we're going to talk about the different kinds of crops that there is in Minecraft. So I've been letting my wheat here grow for a little bit. It looks like most of it's fully grown and ready to harvest. Now this is a good time to point out that the reason my game looks different is I'm using a resource pack, which I'll go over soon, but just to show you what this wheat normally looks like, I'm going to go into resource pack, turn these off, and let the game reload here. And so here's the default Minecraft textures, what the game normally looks like. I'm going to come down from my little pillar and show you these wheat. So these right here are seeds that were barely planted. You see they start off nice and small. Eventually they start growing, getting taller, and then when they turn yellow, they're fully grown and ready to harvest. So if I left click on one of these, you'll see that it drops seeds as well as wheat. And I'm going to do that with all of these here so I can collect the wheat. And so the wheat is what we're going to use to breed some animals in a little bit, and the seeds you can replant to get more. So I'm going to go ahead and replant all of these here so I can get some more wheat. It looks like I already got 12 pieces here. And you can do this with the, there's a couple different crops you can plant. We started off with wheat because it's very easy to get seeds. You just go around and punch the grass till you get a few. There's also carrots and potatoes, which you have to get from a zombie. So whenever you kill a zombie, there's a small chance that they might drop either a carrot or potato. And there's actually a small chance they can drop iron ingots. So that's another way to get iron. And then there's also beetroots, which you have to find in a village. Now, I don't really use those, but the ones that are very useful are carrots and potatoes. We'll eventually get some of those and plant them as well. But right now, I want to use this wheat that I just collected to lure some cows into a pen. So I'm going to end this episode here. In the next one, we're going to make some fences so we can create a little pen, and we're going to lure some cows and start breeding them so we can have some steak instead of eating berries and fish all the time. So that's going to be it for now, guys. Thanks for watching my new Minecraft tutorial series, and I hope you stick around.